Hi everyone, welcome. If you are new, please consider subscribing. My name is Yadi and I create educational videos for beauty professionals in training and for those who like to continue learning. I am so excited about this video, you guys, because I will be doing a beginners friendly brow lamination using Buff Browz, their Cysteamine system. So here's a quick view of all of the products that I will be incorporating in the demo, and I'm excited. So please be sure you stay until the very end. So if you want to know how we went from this before to the after, make sure you stay until the very end. Show this video some love. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Follow me on all social media platforms as Glam and beyond. Now let's get started. So if you're wondering, Yadi, what is cysteamine and what's the difference between cysteamine and a different type of system? So let's go over that information. I do think that's important, and I believe it'll help you understand and perhaps help you select products differently when choosing a brand or choosing a system appropriate for your clients. So again, we're using Buff Browz, and basically the Buff Browz Cysteamine system uses cysteamine hydrochloride for the lifting step, which is basically step number 1. If you are not new to brow lamination, then you know that most brow lamination steps usually come with 3 steps: 1, 2, and 3. So cysteamine is a derivative of the amino acid cysteine, which is naturally part of the keratin in hair. According to Buff Browz, it's much less invasive compared to TGA, which we'll get into in just a second. Because it is much more gentle, it allows for slightly longer processing times, giving you, the esthetician, more control during brow lamination. Also, their step 1 formula includes a number of nourishing ingredients to support hair health. The step 3, which is their nourishing or restore step solution, also helps restore cuticle and moisture, includes wheat protein, vitamin E, and argan oil, to name a few. So basically, in a nutshell, their cysteamine system is a lot more gentle, giving you a little bit more leadway and allowing the hair to process a little longer and not working in such a hurry. Now, it is not to say that you cannot overprocess the hair. Yes, you still can overprocess if you're not careful. And so you still have to make sure that you're doing everything correctly. But the cysteamine system is a lot more gentle. Now let's talk about TGA system. What does TGA even stand for? Well, it stands for ammonium thioglycolate, which is a more traditional and stronger bond-breaking ingredient that is used in many perms and brow lamination systems. It acts more aggressively to break the disulfide bonds in the hair more quickly. Because it's powerful, it processes faster, meaning over-processing can be more of a concern. Now, the Buff Browz TGA kit is legally limited to under 11% TGA. Their step 2 is a hydrogen peroxide based, and that's in both of their system, both the TGA and the cysteamine. For the TGA kit, same structure: step 1, step 2, and step 3. So you still get 3 steps whether you're using the cysteamine system or the TGA. So if you're wondering, well, can you tell me basically what the difference is? One is going to be more gentle, act maybe a little bit slower. The TGA system is going to work a little bit faster. It is going to be stronger. So obviously, once you get to know your clientele, if you feel like you do a lot of brows that are coarser, thicker hair, then maybe going with the TGA system may be ideal for you. Also, if you're more of a seasoned, meaning more experienced esthetician, then maybe a TGA is ideal for you. For finer brows, thinner brows, a Cysteamine system will work just fine. Either way, you guys, you have options. The more you know, the better you are. And I hope you're finding all of this information helpful. And so let's get right into it. And I'm excited. Now, with anything that you do, you guys remember you have to trust the process. So I'm going to walk you through everything that I will be doing. And we're starting right off with step number 1. We're using the Purify, which is a foaming shampoo that helps remove makeup or any facial products that your client may have on their brow. It's perfect for any maintenance procedure. And so yeah, here I am applying 1 to 2 pumps on my model's brows. If you're not new here, then you know exactly who this is on camera. And I'm just working the brush back and forth. And yeah, just making sure we're taking everything off. And I'm simply using a dry cotton round to remove. Next, I'll be using their detox spray. I'll actually be using this throughout this service. This has saline solution, you guys, and it is the perfect product because it's also very hydrating and it really does help prep the skin by removing any excess oils or residue left on the skin. So I really do enjoy this product, and again, we'll be using it throughout. Next up, the Heavenly Balm. Now, here's the thing, you guys. I'm going to be incorporating this as a skin barrier on the skin around the brows, but this product is actually a multi-purpose product. It can actually be used on the actual hairs or aftercare. So that's the thing about all of their products. You can use them as you see fit for the treatment that you're doing. Well, you guys, there's nothing to it but to do it. And so now we're ready for step number 1, which is the lifting product. Okay, so here I am simply applying it on the brow hairs, and I am using a lip wand applicator to simply spread the product out. Remember that this product goes on the entire brow from roots to end, and you want to make sure that, at least what I do, is that I follow the natural direction of the hair growth, meaning I'm following the natural curvature of the hair in the direction that it naturally wants to fall. Okay, so that's exactly what I'm doing. And so I'm just working the product back and forth. And once I feel comfortable, I let it sit. Now, processing time can be anywhere between 6 to 8 minutes. I left it on for about 7 minutes on the brows. But again, make sure that you are analyzing your client's brows, that you're constantly checking them so that you make the appropriate decision as far as timing goes, because this is not a one size fits all, you guys. So keep that in mind. Buff Brows also has a brow polish. I did not use this product on my model, but just know that they do have this available for those that do like using an exfoliant before a service. Time to remove the lift using Detox with a cotton round. While I remove this product, let me just remind you that it is very important that you let your clients know what they need to avoid prior to a brow lamination. And that is the use of acids, retinoids, active exfoliating ingredients. I usually would say anywhere between 7 days before the service. At the end of the day, this is a chemical service. And if clients are using actives, this can lead to skin irritation and things going completely wrong. Also, make sure that they're not waxing because they're exfoliating their skin. And obviously, many times wax is part of a brow lamination. So remember that. All right, you guys, so now that we've removed step one, we are ready to apply step number two. And so we're basically applying it the exact same way. We're also letting it sit for the 7 minutes and then removing it the exact same way. So I hope you're finding all of this helpful. If you are, give this video a like and share it with a friend. Let's keep going. Now that I've removed step two, I am now ready to outline the bottom of my model's brows, and I'm using their brow definer pen. Yes, you can absolutely use a mapping string if that's what you like to use. Go for it. And yeah, and so I'm just outlining the bottom, you guys, because I will be tinting her brows here in just a second. And so I honestly did not have to do this, but I just wanted to show you guys me using the pen. But I just outlined the bottom. I didn't do the top or any of that because I'm really just focusing on applying the hybrid stain on the actual hairs. I'm using their hybrid brow stains. I'm using the color almond and taupe. Now I did 2 drops of the almond plus 1 drop of the taupe and 3 drops of the developer. And this you want to leave on 5 to 7 minutes. Remember that during a brow lamination, any tint, hybrid stains, they tend to grab a lot quicker. After mixing the product, again, I'm just focusing on stamping, applying the hybrid stain on my model's hair, making sure that I'm not crossing the white lines, which is really the purpose of this, is to really help you stay neat and in place. And yes, you definitely have to trust the process, and you'll see me just going back and forth, double checking and letting it process. Now let's wax. And you guys, I'm using the Satin Smooth Zinc oxide sensitive wax. It is soft wax that I'm using. And so I decided to wax the bottom part of my model's brows while the tint was processing, and then, you know, remove it. But it's definitely optional if you would like to let the stain process, remove, and then wax, you obviously can. I was just trying to save a little time and do it at the same time. Now I'm using the Restore mask, and I'm actually going to be applying it to help me remove the hybrid stain, and this is going to help restore a little moisture back into the hairs of the brows. Allowing it to sit for a couple of minutes definitely is chef's kiss, and then using a cotton round to fully remove the product. Here I'm using wax remover to help me get rid of sticky residue from the soft wax. We can now finish waxing, applying our final steps, and perfecting the brows. You guys, I don't always trim the brow hairs unless it's really necessary or the client really does request it or that's the look they go for. Now with her tails, the ends of her brows, the hairs have always grown longer, and so therefore I am trimming that part, but that's pretty much it. This is where we apply our nourishing step, which is step number 3 in the brow lamination Cysteamine system. While I do this, let's talk about aftercare. It's very important that you're sending your clients home with specific instructions on how to care for their brows, especially if they want long-lasting results. Let them know that they want to avoid saunas, steam rooms, sunbeds, direct sun exposure for at least 24 to 48 hours. Tell them to keep their hands off of their brows, avoid touching, rubbing, and being very aggressive. Now, avoid the use of harsh exfoliating products for anywhere between 48 to 72 hours. Keeping those brow hairs hydrated is extremely important. Now, I love hydrating oils, so like argan oil is my go-to, rose hip, and even vitamin E. And so yeah, make sure that your clients know that they're able to style their brows whichever way they prefer. They can still use gel and brushing them daily to make sure that they're moving and going in the right direction, and to really take care of them again for long lasting results, especially for those that love the brow laminated look. And remember to book that next appointment. I say anywhere between 6 to 8 weeks, nothing under that, just to maintain the integrity of the hair in place. Hope that helps. Well, you guys, it is safe to say that I am actually happy with the way all of the products that I used worked, and I'm excited. Now, let me know in the comments if you found the information helpful, if you are new to brow laminations, or if you are trying to get into doing brow laminations, or if you do, what products, what brand do you use? Okay, what are you into at the moment? And yeah, I would love to hear back from you guys. Thank you again. Here is a better close-up angle using my phone. You guys, sometimes the lighting can be a little challenging, but here's a closer look, and I love them. I love how everything turned out, and I hope you enjoyed the video. You guys, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your continued support. If you enjoy the video, share it with a friend. Consider subscribing. Find me on all social media platforms as Glam and Beyond. Feel free to scan the QR code to stay connected with me. And as always, you guys, let's keep going. Let's keep growing. And I'll see you on the next one.